Hello, this is Nisha and Paulina from Woodforest. Should we start, or does anybody know if Sonia is going to be introducing us or what the process is? Can anybody hear me?
No, you're all good.
I say we be done.
Hey, Paulina.
Once everything is done.
Should we maybe, do you want to give everybody, I don't know if we should maybe start now, or is everyone cool with that, or?
Yeah, all we're going to do is take your account running over. We're going to get it in their system and we'll start doing direct deposit. As soon as their bank makes it.
Yeah, it looks like John said he'd like to start the chat. Paulina, do you want to give an overview of what kind of like your branch and some of our products and services, and then maybe if folks have questions, we can put in the chat, and Paulina, I can read them to you. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, I'm going to turn off my camera and I'll let you talk.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day. My name is Paulina, and I am the branch manager of our South Bend location. I wanted to take a couple moments to go over a few things that Woodforest National Bank is offering to our small business owners. So Woodforest is still accepting application for the Paycheck Protection Program in anticipation of Congress appropriating more funds to the program. Woodforest is also offering a stimulus hotline with specialists that will provide you with instructions for submitting your application. And you can answer any additional questions you may have from there. You may also bring in your application to any of our branches, and we'll be able to submit it there for you. Woodforest is also offering our unsecured revolving line of credit for small businesses. Our revolving line of credit is a short-term loan in the amounts of $500 up to $10,000. New entities may qualify with additional documentation. This loan is generally funded within 2 business days of approval. Minimum and personal credit check are required. There are no processing fees with this loan, and its APR is 11.99%. So if you guys have any questions, any concerns, feel free to reach out to me. I'm looking forward to speaking to all of you and assisting each and every one.
Are there any questions that anybody has for Paulina, or specifically maybe some of the resources you're looking for?
I just wanted to quickly add in here that Woodforest is open 7 days a week. So if you guys have any questions or any concerns, feel free to come in. Right now, due to COVID, we're not open on Sundays, but we are open extended hours. So come see us if you have any questions. I'd be more than glad to assist you. My information is also provided here. So please reach out to us with any questions or any concerns with our revolving line of credit, as well as the PPP program.
Paulina, we have a question from John. He said you mentioned that it's possible to submit the application in person. Is there a way to submit it online?
Yes, absolutely. You can submit the application online. All you have to do is you submit that to stimulus. Give me a second. Let me make sure I got the right website.
Paulina, hello? Are you looking for the it's the online, the email. I'll put the email. I think it's stimulus something at woodforest.com.
Yeah,
I will actually put the website or the email address in the chat right now, so everyone can have it. And then somebody else asked, is anybody looking for any specific loan vehicle for this fair other than PPP? Is anybody looking for anything else to kind of meet their personal or business needs? We could probably address, have a conversation about that. Well, Paulina, maybe you can talk about, are you seeing people coming in mostly asking for the PPP program, or are they looking at any of our other loan products? Paulina, you're muted. Hello.
I apologize for that, Nisha. Could you repeat the question one more time? The computer was not loading it for me.
Totally. Technical difficulties, of course. No, I was just wondering, for the folks, a few people on our chat room, is there obviously majority of the people coming into the bank are coming in for PPP, I'm assuming. Is there any other things that you're just kind of your experience? Are you noticing them ask about other products or services that we have to offer during this time?
Yeah, so we've had a few customers that have asked about obviously the PPP, but the one that they're asking for is if we have any small loans. So that's why we're offering the small unsecured revolving. A lot of these folks just need a little bit to get them by in the meantime, which is, understandable. So our revolving line of credit, again, from 500 up to 10,000, it does have a two business day approval for that. So for those folks that are needing something immediately, we're offering them to, give them a shot at the unsecured revolving line of credit.
Okay, great. Thank you. Tasha just joined. And it looks like Brian said that you actually cut out when you were telling about other than the PPP, we call it our small business rely or consumer rely, and I think, Paulina explained if I think they're unsecured, correct? Can you explain those two specific Woodforest loan products to people that just joined?
Yes, of course. So I hope everyone can hear me. Looks like my headphones went out. So the unsecured revolving line of credit, it is an unsecured credit-based loan. It's a small short-term loan in the amounts of 500 up to 10,000. New entities may also qualify with additional information. Like I said, the loan is generally funded with 2 business days. We do require a minimum personal credit check and personal guarantee. And the great thing about the loan is that there are no processing fees with the loan. APR for the loan is 11.99 APR. Unsecured loan, it's attached to your own account, so you can start accessing the funds immediately once you get your debit card, which we do print here in store.
Great, thank you, Paulina. What is the minimum credit score? Tasha's asking.
That is a great question, Tasha. Unfortunately, we are not loan officers. So because I'm not a loan officer, our loan officers are in Texas. I don't know the minimum credit score for that. I can find that out for you. So I do have my email here and my phone number, so you can more than welcome reach out to me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I find the proper answer for you from a loan officer, of course.
And to add to that, kind of how we work at Woodforest, we are a Texas-based bank, just to kind of, be a little bit more transparent. We're also, so everything goes to our headquarters, which is in Houston. It's the Woodlands, and that's where everything gets clear. That's where all of our underwriters are. And in addition, obviously, then the customer gets the letter saying you've been approved or denied. And if you've been declined, Paulina and her team at the South Bend location, or any location that you attend, we will actually always help you with financial education. We'll also, refer you to our CDFI partners like Axion and Bankable to get you kind of bank ready. So even if it's a no, it's not a no forever. It's just a no right now. And let's get you bankable, quote unquote, so you can access the small business loan. Paula, did I miss anything, Paulina? Other things that you offer?
You got it all there, Nisha. Thank you so much for that.
Great. Are the people there's a few people in the chat. Are you guys small business owners, or are just local consumers? Anything that we could help you with? Yeah, so Tasha is a small business owner. What type of business are you in? And Brian is too.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Question for you. We are a startup trucking company. We have some history, but we're kind of revamping our organization, and we are looking to expand where we are. The 5 to 10,000 sounds great, but it's a little less than what we're looking for. We have products that will actually have more than that.
Hi, Brian. Yes, we do have products that go higher than the 10,000. For example, we have our business revolving line of credit. That one goes up to 250,000. So we have a few other products, that are available. Unfortunately, for the business revolving line of credit, you do have to have a minimum of 2 years in business. But we do offer all kinds of business. If you are looking for something more on the greater side than $10,000, we do have those. We actually have loans that go up to $1 million, if needed, of course.
Right. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, I often hear this with small business owners. It's always hard when you need more capital and you've not been in business long enough. So it's always a tough predicament. So I understand your pain. And then Tasha she's a sole practitioner at a law firm. So she owns her own law firm. Tasha, any specific questions that you had for our small group here for Paulina? And Jaime's a restaurant business.
Yes, I do. Thank you for that. I wanted to know if I know that there's some loan products where the Small Business Administration is actually paying the first couple of months towards the loans for certain small businesses. I heard about a couple of different loan products. Do you all have that same offering where where essentially what they're doing is they're giving small businesses a deferment of up to 6 months, and the Small Business Administration is actually making those payments on behalf of the small business. And then after that, there will be a 6-month review to see if, the business can pick up and start making those payments, or if there's, other options. Are you offering something similar to that? Do you know of?
Pauline, I don't know if you want to answer that. I don't, to my knowledge, no, we don't have that.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
just, we are dealing with situations with our current borrowers, whether it be commercial or small business, if they are having an issue currently, we're just using it's case by case,
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Though, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch back.
Oh yeah, Paulina, you're back. I know it's so crazy, this technical stuff, right?
I know, I keep leaving and coming back. I'm back. But yeah, as Nisha said, it is case by case. We do have a specific department, a hotline, a stimulus hotline with specific people that are helping out. So if you do have any questions with COVID, or if you've been, not able to make a loan payment or whatever the situation is, we are allowing those to contact our department so that we can help out as much as possible.
Thank you.
And I'll add that number to the chat room as well, because I think even if you're not banking with Woodforest now, I don't think it could hurt to call, right? And get information, so I'm going to put that in the chat right now. Any other questions for Paulina? I know you said, Paulina, you've been helping people that actually come into the branch and fill out the PPP application if they don't want to do it online, which I think is a nice touch, because a lot of people don't feel comfortable, right? How do you do that with social distancing? Are you just social distancing and doing it? Or, how creative are you getting at the branch?
We are, we're still trying to keep ourselves from 6 feet. So if customers come up, we have areas where they can stand and where we can stand, so we can maintain our distance from them. Of course, we're disinfecting as much as possible. We're wearing gloves and masks so that we can, approach our customers without them, or us having any panic with that. But of course, we do also offer the hotline where customers can call if they don't want to make the trip to come here to the location. But again, I will say this again and over, we would be more than glad to assist you with any kind of questions or concerns that you may have with this application.
Thank you. I know it's like the new normal, right? The new way of doing business.
It's different, totally different, yeah.
I think somebody else joined our room. His name is Michael. Welcome, Michael. We've just been going over the PPP program and some of Woodforest's specific small business and consumer lending products, the Rely. Any specific questions you have for our business banker, who's our branch manager at the South Bend Woodforest? You can type it in the chat, or obviously speak up.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Hey, I have a question.
Great.
Are there any other stimulus programs in place for the EIDL and the PPP?
I mean, I think our bank, we are just currently focusing on the PPP program, the payroll protection program. I know other banks are doing other things. And I know for the emergency SBA program, I think you applied directly to the SBA for any of those. But our bank, if for example, you don't have a small business, but you would like a consumer loan, we do have small business, consumer loans and vehicle loans as well. Correct, Paulina?
Yes, that is absolutely correct, Nisha.
And we're hoping, I know that everybody, the money that was, allocated for the PPP program has now been used, and we're all hoping that more money will come into the fund. Our bank, Paulina said earlier, our bank's position is we are still taking the PPP applications. We're just, hopefully more funds get distributed. Jaime or Jamie has a question. What if you already applied for the SBA loan 3 weeks ago? So if you've applied, I think you can do both, correct? You can do the PPP loan and the SBA loan, correct? That was my understanding. Have you gotten word about your SBA loan from anybody? Jamie? Oh, he just said he has not. He's not heard. Was it the emergency loan program? Which program was it of the SBA's? Paulina, have you heard of anybody receiving their PPP funds yet, or?
I have not, Nisha. We are still working on a high volume of applicants. Unfortunately, I have not heard of anybody receiving those funds.
Yeah, I did get a word. I work with a nonprofit in Chicago. It's a small nonprofit, but they applied for the PPP, and they got word from the SBA and through their bank that they are receiving the money, but they've not gotten the money. They just got a letter saying, yes, you've been approved. That's all I've heard. I've not, as well, same with you, Paulina, I've not heard of anybody actually getting the funds as of yet. I don't know if anybody else on the call has. It's like a rumor, right? It's like, who's heard of it? Who's got it yet? Do you have a question, Jamie?
I don't.
Okay. What, are you a small business owner, or are you just a local resident?
A small business owner.
Okay. What was your business?
A restaurant.
Oh, the restaurant. Okay. How are you surviving? What are you, a lot of takeout? How are things going?
Yeah. All right. I mean, they're going all right. Can be better.
Yeah. Where are you located?
Lakeville.
Lakeville?
Mm-hmm.
Is that close?
Lakeville.
Is that close to?
5 miles south of South Bend, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll have to go visit or get takeout food.
Sure. We'll be here. Thank you.
That's our homework, right, guys? Yeah. Paulina, anything else you can kind of advise everybody? Looks like Norman joined the call as well as they apply for different types of loans for the bank. Anything they need to bring if they come in and see you to fill out a RELI or a consumer application?
Yes, absolutely. So for, like I mentioned previously, Woodforest is still accepting the PPP applications. However, we're highly recommending our customers to apply for the unsecured revolving line of credit, or even the consumer revolving line of credit that we offer. Those two are great programs that are short-term loans, and they're approved within 2 business days, so they can definitely help you out to begin. It starts off at 500 up to 10,000. I know some of you might be looking for a little bit more, but in the meantime, this is something that can definitely help you out with any capital that you might need for your business. I'm going to put my number back again in my email, so if you have any questions, any concern, feel free to reach out to us.
Hello?
Yes, hello. Do you have a question? Is it Michael or Norman? I'm sorry, your audio cut out a little bit. Did you have a question? I don't know, Paulina, can you hear that, or?
I'm not able to hear anything.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. We started our trucking business in January. We ran about a month and a half. Do we qualify for the program? If so, what documents are needed?
So Paulina, I heard he started a trucking company in January, and they operated a month and a half, and I think what documents are needed to apply?
Okay, so for your business, all we need for the documents that you're needing for unsecured revolving line of credit, you just need to come into any of our locations. You can either do a paper application online, but if you come in here, since you don't have an account, just come in here, fill out the application. Our back office will get in touch with you. Usually what we need after that would be your tax returns. That's usually the only thing for a new entity. If you've already been in business for more than a year, then at that point we don't need any required documents. It is only if you are a new entity that we may require additional documentation. And for the most part, it would be your tax returns for the year 2019 or 2018.
Okay, I was speaking about the PPP program, ma'am.
Paulina, he asked about the PPP program. That was regarding our loan program.
Gotcha. Okay, I do apologize for that. So for the PPP program, you are needing for 2019 IRS quarterly, the 940, 941, or your 944 payroll tax reports. You also need to have the last 12 months of payroll reports, beginning with your last payroll date. And then there's a few more things that you're going to be needing. You're going to need your gross wages for each employee, including the officers if paid W-2 wages. You would need any paid time off for each employee, any vacation pay for each employee, any family medical leave for each employee, state and local taxes that have been assessed to the employee compensation. 2019, your 1091s for any independent contractors that would otherwise be an employee for your business. And then documentation showing the total of health insurance premiums paid by the company, and documentation of the sum of all retirement plans funding paid by the company owner. What I can do is I can write a couple of, I'm going to write these down on the message board. If you have any questions, you can, go through the message board and see them there.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And then I think you can also get in touch with Paulina directly, and she can email anybody the application too. And it's quite easy. It's just a couple pages. It's really meant to, not burden our business owners with a significant amount of paperwork,
Yes, thank you.
All right, your trucking business, sir, are you still able to somewhat operate currently, or how has business been? Just because I know we still need stuff to be, distributed and delivered, and how has business been?
Business has been real slow. It's just about to a point where it's not worth even sending the trucks out.
Oh, that's too bad. What kind of trucking do you do?
We do just about everything involved in trucking. So, I mean, whatever the needs are out there, we're engaged in it, as well as we run a brokerage operation. And a brokerage operation is when we're developing relationships with shippers. But because shippers are not open, manufacturers are not open,
Got it.
It's not going too well.
Yeah. How many people do you employ?
It's about 8 of us.
Oh, wow. It's so tough right now.
Absolutely. So we have shifted gears really to trying to get educated on some of the stimulus programs,
Mm-hmm.
so that when the economy does turn around, at least we'll be still alive and businesses operable,
Yeah, yeah. And also, it's what I have been seeing in the communities is, people that, depending on what capabilities you currently have, like you have the trucks, you have the human capital, what else can you do in this in this gap time, in this interim, and then once things are lifted, then you can go back to your core business. But, you have vehicles, you have smart people, you have contacts. It's like, what else can you offer? And, try to, it's a big example is actually, grocery stores and restaurants who are now delivering for free, or, they're still trying to get product out the door and they're now just bringing it to people,
Right.
So trying to pivot. Well, and it's hard because you know what you're good at, and now you can't do that same thing. But, kind of finding the gray area on which to operate during these next, 60 days plus maybe, right?
Absolutely. Maybe a good time to get some post office contracts. Who knows?
Agree. Oh my gosh.
Right.
Or subcontract for Amazon. Like, how can you become because I mean, it's so funny, even in my neighborhood, I live in Illinois, but like if I'll go on like an afternoon walk or something, I don't see anybody on the road, but I see like Amazon delivery people because people are still, and they're the ones that are hiring, grocery stores, Amazon, how can you use the capital of you have these trucks, how can you use those trucks to bring in some needed money,
Absolutely.
Do you work with the Small Business Development Center in your area?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because sometimes the Small Business Development Center has a PTAC program, a Procurement Technical Assistance Program. And they actually help with contracting.
Okay.
I'm looking it up right now, and I'll put it, let me see what I find, and I'll put it in the chat.
What are your email address?
Mine? Paulina's is there. And then and I will give you mine as well.
I just posted all the information for the documents needed on the message board, and I'm going to post my email as well as our phone number. So if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Perfect. And I'm going to send you a link to the Indiana PTACs, and they actually help with government contracting. And that's a free service. And they basically, the goal is similar to the Small Business Development Centers regionally in Indiana, they help people start businesses. They help with advising on your small business, but they also help you. Oh, you have it. Okay, good. Yeah, a PTAC center to kind of go after contracts.
Yeah, how do you apply for the PPP?
Paulina, do you want to talk about how you apply for the PPP?
I sure can. So for the PPP program, you
Okay.
can visit our website, www.woodforest.com. We have a specific link set for COVID-19 resources. Once you click the link, you would scroll down just a tad bit. You will see the application on there, as well as any additional questions or QRGs or things like that. Once you finish the application, I'm going to post the email where you can send it back to so that we can submit it for you. You are also welcome to bring it to any of our branches so we can submit that document for you. As I mentioned previously, we do have a hotline, a stimulus hotline just for this department. So
Thank you. I will send you the email.
I will put that in there as well.
I just put that in there, guys. I just put in the our link to our website and then actually the application as Paulina was talking. Any other questions for Paulina?
Well, okay, right.
Pauline, is it just us now? And Jaime?
I think it's just us now.
Okay. the core team.
Right.
I think it's just, I mean, it's like so new to everybody how this works, but it works. It's interesting how we have to figure this out.
I know, right? It was a fun time.
It was. We won't ever forget it.
Nope.
And it looks
panicked and anxiety the first couple of minutes there.
I was too, and I don't know why, because it's like, oh, we're virtual. I just didn't realize, even though they sent us the outline, like it was gonna go like this, and it's like, and the technical difficulty,
Yeah,
is crazy.
it sure was.
But you did great. Poor Chris, he didn't even join.
I know. I'm glad he didn't, because I didn't know what I was up on.
Stop it. You're like, Chris, no, I'm gonna send everyone an email, say how amazing you did, because this wasn't easy. And I kind of realized that when we have a breakout room, that like you have to just keep on talking about the same thing because people are coming in and out,
Yeah, I didn't realize that until it started going. And thank you so much for everything.
No, thank you. I did feel like a little bit of a host. I'm like, okay, welcome. Hi.
Good, because I would see people join. I'm like, well, one person joined. I don't know what to do now.
There's no way like one person could do this,
Yeah.
It's impossible. And I should have told you, my background is, before I came to Woodforest, I joined Woodforest in 2018, but I was a small business development center director, and I'm running the Woodforest Foundry, which is an entrepreneurial program in Aurora, Illinois, for the bank. So like we're doing all these, and that's the e-frawls that we've done. I've been helping with that. So this is, small business stuff is like kind of my forte. So it's easy to like ask people, tell me about your business, but like I did not think I'd have to do that here. I don't know why.
Well, I'm so glad you were here, because there would have been a lot of silence with just me here.
Well, and there's no way you can like type, talk, rethink, okay, who's here,
Yeah.
It's way too many moving parts for one person.
I know. I would start typing and then you would say something. I'm like, I don't know what she just said.
Well, and then I see like the little icon, like Paulina's left. I'm like, okay, Paulina's gone. Like, oh, God.
I did leave a couple of times. I accidentally clicked the exit one.
No, you came back though. I mean, and that's also another problem, is like people in general, like this is like, we are forced to do conference calls and WebEx, like but we do it in our confines of our bank. But like other people, this is brand new to them too,
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
you know, so it makes me feel like I'm not completely alone.
Nope, not at all.
Jeez Louise.
We're
So
all
it looks
doing
like now, conclude with message from resource guide and contact information.
Wait,
Okay.
what's it again?
So it looks like from 11:55 until noon.
Mhm.
I think we go back to the main thing.
Okay.
And then it concludes, and then so that resource guide has your contact information. So I think people will hopefully contact you, which would be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we go back to the general one, right? At
Yeah,
50.
yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll hang up here and we'll go back to the general one. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. I'll see you at the
Okay,
general.
that one. Okay, perfect. Bye.
Bye. Ooh.
Pues son chupines. De afuera, pronto, los de afuera de 2 onzas y que no sean de turkey. Creo que sí tienen de 2 onzas allá afuera. Si no, déjame llamar. Okay. Déjame llamar. Vamos a ver que llegues ya te llamas si quieres, pero en la sección de los hombres hay que dar. ¿Quieres que le haga? Si quiere poner una. No.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Very good, thank you.
Good, good.
Check out.
Yeah,
Oh, hi, how's it going?
good, you doing all right, yeah? Yeah.
I have a question. They are parties. Did you want anything else?
Sausage.
Oh, what about it?
You don't have some
Oh,
parties?
no, Patty? Yeah, that's fine.
It's okay, I'll let them know,
Yeah,
okay?
that's good. Yeah.
Anything else, please?
Things sure have changed, haven't they?
They have to a lot.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
Thinking of it, okay?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Okay. Getting a few deliveries, huh?
We are.
Good.
folks. If there's anybody still left on the line, I'm just popping in. We're at the end of our scheduled time this morning, but as a reminder, all of the recordings will be up on the City of South Bend's website very soon, as well as that resource guide, which has contact information from all of the presenters you heard from earlier today. And absolutely encourage you, if you have any follow-up questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Paulina, myself, or anyone else that you want to get in touch with. Thank you all, and Paulina, thank you for your time this morning. Really appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Thank you so much.
What did you call me? Okay, with Emmy's on his way, so I can let him know. Oh, is that? Okay. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. Waffle House? Say, what do you want? Onions? And you said no bun, right? And the size? The rice, cottage cheese, or applesauce? Applesauce and rice? Another applesauce? Or another size? Ice cream? And so you need cottage cheese also or applesauce? Instead of rice? Okay. Anything else? Thank you, Tanya. Chicken, something?
Hey, Jacob,